In this video, I want to show you how to play the late game board in TFT Set 8.5. You don't complicate it, it's pretty simple actually. Like, you just throw in a random fiddlesticks if you hit it, or a random ergot. You know, they are threat units, they are stronger than normal units, and they're 5 cost, so it's basically the highest cap you can get. So in this game, I just played the Infinity Team comp. So I had 3 leftover spots at level 9. I just threw in a 2-star Fiddle, 2-star Ergot, and another 2-star Ergot. But you can play a lot of different units, like you can throw in Aatrox if you hit him. So you basically just play what you hit. You can play Yana. Like, there's a lot of different units. And it also depends on like what the default comp you're playing around. Because, yeah, if you're playing a more on a Star Guardian Aegis line, you can go more into, you know, Aegis with Echo and stuff like that, and Leona. But in this comp, you want to play more of the threat units, because like Leona, it gets no traits. So you want to play like the general units that work universally in the comps, like Yana, for instance. And I just threw in a random Garen for the defender bonus. But the hard part is just getting to the late game stage, to be honest. It's really easy to like know what units you need to play once you just get into the set a bit. So in this game, I hit Portable Forge. It's a pretty average win rate augment, I believe. Like, the stats is around 4.4, if I'm not mistaken. We can look it up here. Okay, yeah, it's 4.4. But as you see here, the first augment is 4.1. It's basically because you can tailor your board for the item you get. So if you get a certain AP or AD tanked item, you know exactly what you're gonna transition into. Let's say you play Sonya's, then you can play Viego or something like that. You get the armor pen item, you can play short shots. Or the best one is gold, or it's the, what's it called? Gold collector, because the gold, it compounds so much. It's like investing in stocks, you know. You get 1 gold, then you reach another econ threshold, then you get 2 gold the next turn, and just, you know, it gets more and more throughout the entire game. So that's how I got to this late game board, because you need a lot of gold. That's the key here. So I'm gonna go straight into the game and show you exactly how I did it. We're kicking it off. I'm trying to go for this Renekton because he works very nice with Warmogs. He scales his damage based on HP, and they had a belt. So if you get a Warmogs on him, that's a very nice early game start. But we didn't get it, so I just went for a random belt there in the beginning. So we actually got a Kai'Sa here. So I just picked that up. Decide to sell the vein so we can buy up the entire shop, because we don't really have that much direction right here. But boom, we just hit a 2-star front line, so that's very good. I really like autoing into this Infinite Team comp. It's just the highest win rate, so if you get a start for that, you're in a pretty good spot, to be honest. Can I also pick up the Blitzcrank pair? A random 2-star is always nice. And boom, there you see the Portable Forge. Decide to risk it for the biscuit. And boom, with the gold collector right there. So that's exactly what we want. That's gonna be the gold that's gonna snowball us throughout the entire game. So I decided to just level up here, throw in a 2-star Lux. Every 2-star unit's pretty broken in the early game. And we get some pretty awkward items here, because I really want to go for the Infinite Team comp. So we don't really want to build like a Hodge. I really want more fully damaged items. We need to save that Last Whisper, or the glove for the Last Whisper, because you really need some armor pen. The short shots, they just do infinite AD, so then you want to remove their armor for the value of the damage, let's say. Here we're just gonna sell to make 10. If we get some gold from this gold collector, we can even pick up this Blitzcrank. But oh, there we go, one more. Yeah, there we go with the Blitzcrank pair. So maybe we get a free 2-star from that. So I'm just trying to go for the bow here. If we get, you know, a random Last Whisper, that would be very good. So it's a bit awkward, you know, building a Last Whisper on Kai'Sa, and not gonna lie. But Kai'Sa is just my item holder Like, we're already pretty strong, you know. We get quick draw from her. So I'm just gonna build it on her. Why not? It seems pretty weird, right? But it's gonna work out. And usually I don't like building Ginso on when I play Infinite Team, because you never want to itemize Twisted Fate, so it's kind of pointless to, you know, build the Ginso. It's a wasted item. But it's an okay item on Ezreal late game. The problem is you can't really build for 5 cost units in the early game. It's pretty unrealistic. What if you don't hit the 5 cost, right? But since I have a gold collector, and since, you know, Kai'Sa works so nice with Ginso, I feel like it's acceptable in this case, because it's just gonna make me, you know, save a lot of HP, as well as Kai'Sa killing more units. So I'm gonna get more gold collector coins, which means more money, which means me going level 8 and going to level 9 as well. So in this case, I think it's actually good that I built Ginso here, because we can just put the item on Ezreal, and it's a pretty good item on Ezreal. It works, right? On to the next augment right here is my favorite augment in the game, Second Wind. I feel like it's just so broken. For a silver augment, use the value of getting 40% of your health back. Oof, that's pretty broken, in my eyes at least. But this LeBlanc kind of one-shot me almost, but Kai'Sa pulled through, and it's just gonna give us infinite money. Look at that. It's like I got an infinite money hack. We're gonna be so ahead of the curve. And we're gonna switch out that Lee for just a Defender and Star Guardian. So Rel is perfect here. A really good unit. Until we hit Garen, we have that. So now we're just gonna finish this last fight right here. So we're going straight into the carousel. I kind of want this glove, to be honest, just because we have that Last Whisper. If you get Last Whisper and Infinite Edge on Samira, it's so good, right? Because it's a very nice crit combo. And you know, the gold collector, it also gives you crit. So we have those 3 items we can put on Samira, and she's just gonna crit infinitely. But we actually got a what's it called, Infinite Edge from the anvil right there. So I decided to just take it, even though we can't really use it right now. I'm actually so stable and strong, so I just decide to go for it. Like, I'm just playing really weird and risky this game, like having a AD Samira or AD Kai'Sa and just having items on my bench. It's a very like untraditional TFT game played right here, not gonna lie. And we actually hit the Garen right now. But I'm gonna keep this Rel in for now, just because she's 2-star, so I feel like it's worth to keep her in. We should have played perhaps the Belveth though, just to have value of our Infinite Edge this round. So I guess that was a little mistake. I actually planned on playing the Gold Collector on Samira this game, but then I realized that the Gold Collector, it has a little execute, right? So Samira, she's already ace, so she doesn't really get that much value because she already has a execute. So you kind of waste that thing about the item if you put it on Samira. So what I decided to do is I just threw the Gold Collector on Ezreal in the late game, because then both my Samira and Ezreal have the execution. So I just get more damage that way. And Ezreal also just ults over the entire board. So if his ulti just touches anybody who's low, he's gonna execute that. So it's like having Ace on Ezreal with this item. So it was actually really broken. Decided to just reroll here and go for the Cybernetic Implants. I just think this augment is really good with Infinity Team, because in Infinity Team you carry the AD users. That's the first part, so you get more AD for your carries, which is perfect. But the second part is you also get AD and AD on everybody who has an item, and you know, all the what's it called? The Infinity Team clones, they get items, so you get a lot of value with this augment. It's like scrap from set 6, where you know, imagine you got a, you know, every unit gets an more stats if they have an item, and you literally just put items on everybody. So there's a lot of value there, and we just hit early Urgot here and the Ezreal. So I'm just gonna put my items onto Ezreal right here, and we're gonna itemize this Urgot as well. You know, that Whisper is good on him, why not? He only does AD pretty much. Should probably put Urgot in front of Ezreal though, so he shreds the targets that Ezreal shoots at. But you know, it's whatever. We haven't found the Samira though, but we're gonna hit that later. It's no stress. Let's see what we want here. I mean, I'm down for another Infinite Edge. We don't have that though, so I'm just gonna go for a Runans. It's an okay.